Welcome back to View Rule. Today is our Thirsty Thursday. What are we getting thirsty for here? Let's take a look at Pokemon deals, different discounts, things you can get, and some of the sites that I actually shop online. You can go to the big box stores and get stuff. Local game store, always a good way to go. You have a lot of potential there to build a relationship, maybe even get your foot in the door that you can be aware earlier when things are en route or on the way for earlier pickups or pre-releases and things like that. You get more news events on doing those build and battle boxes and those game nights and everything where you buy a box, play a game, actually enjoy the TCG for what it is, maybe get some pulls and meet some people, because at the end of the day, this is really a community-driven, I don't want to say it's a sport, but it kind of is. It kind of is a sport. We're all, itching for our different teams, whether you like the full art trainers or you have a specific Pokemon that you favor. It's kind of interesting that it does have a lot of sports, undertones to it. So today we're going to be taking a look at different deals you might want to think about, whether it's going to be for opening up, getting prepared for the next sets coming out, or if you just want to get something on your shelf and sealed for a long term. Maybe it's an investment piece for you in some regard. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you. I post 7 days a week. That's right, 7 days a week I'm posting long form videos. I think I've kind of worked out the tweaks of what my videos are going to be on a daily basis, so let me give it a try for a couple of weeks and see if it's fitting in and fine tune it, and hopefully I'll have a good format set up for you. But let's jump into it. We're going to go right over to rarecandy.com. Over here, interesting marketplace on Rare Candy. I'm not super familiar. I've ordered once before, so it worked out well. Everything was fine. Didn't have any issues, and I've heard good things, and I think there's a little bit more awareness to rarecandy.com and what you can do as far as graded cards, singles, sealed product, all over the place. Lots of stuff, even some vintage stuff down here. Whoa, crazy prices on vintage. Would love to be in that bracket, but not quite. We're going to take a look at 151 booster boxes. Now, this one doesn't specifically say there's no shrink wrap or anything, so the assumption is there would be, and there you could pick it up at $73. Pretty decent deal, I guess. If you're okay with the no shrink wrap, then you're looking at $60. Now, the difference on shrink wrap was really just a customs situation of shipping it here to the States, that they had to do them without shrink wrap for a great portion of them, so it's very common to find this now. But it doesn't mean that it's been tampered with. It may be best to have a box that you're willing to open up and go through, because long-term investment, people are going to want that shrink wrap on it. They're going to know it was a sealed product. And let me see here. Yes, so same seller on here. So I would say that this is going to be the shrink wrap version of it. Something to look out for on that here. Back to a shop page. What are we at? Yes, that's right. Pre-orders. Pre-orders for Stellar Crown are looking pretty good here. If you're looking to pick up a few products, whether it's booster boxes or ETBs, those are my go-to. Typically, I like a couple booster boxes to put away in my sealed collection, and then maybe a couple ETBs. If I'm planning on opening, I can open one and then save one or two sealed. I'm just kind of stepping back from the openings a lot more, just kind of for pleasure, a little bit of gamble and building my collection, but I'm really into singles and going that route as far as collection building at this point. But this is a pretty good price here, $130 for the pair. If you want to just go with one or the other, you're at $100 on the booster box. If booster box is a little bit more than you can swing, you can do the ETB and be at $33. That's pretty amazing. One thing you're going to need to be looking at here is shipping is free once you reach $150. So if you're only going for a smaller pickup, you need to consider what the cost of shipping is going to be, taxes, all of that, and kind of do the calculation if it's worth it, because you might find another site that's not going to charge you tax, and it might be higher on the sticker price, but because of the difference in tax and or shipping, you might be in a better situation to go elsewhere. So keep that in mind when you're thinking these through on how you'd like to go. Although I gotta say that $100 price point is pretty decent for pre-order. Other than that, I think I found 105, 110 in a lot of places, way better than MSRP, so that's at least good. Pre-orders for Stellar Crown Booster Bundle, you have 6 packs in here. That's all it is, just straight 6 packs. So price per pack, it's actually pretty decent, sitting there at $20 rather than going with the full retail of $27. And you go into our 3-pack blisters. These are actually kind of becoming more increasingly popular to put in to an investment piece. And here's a good analogy. Maybe this is a new analogy for you, or if you've been around a little bit longer like I have, you've come across this conversation. buying gold and buying silver. Okay, so buying gold is getting your bigger ticket item, your big piece there of a booster box. It's a large chunk, it's a high ticket item, and over time that price is going to grow. Okay, when you need to offload it or you want to offload it, it's harder to find a seller who can do, let's say, an Evolving Skies booster box right now. It's harder to find somebody who can purchase that for the current market value of $710 right now, whereas the 3-pack blisters are floating around $70. It's a lot easier to find somebody who doesn't have to come up with 10x just to get an idea of where they could be at, you know, getting a little bit of that flavor of that. So silver is a smaller portion. It could be the same portion rather, but it's a smaller value as a whole, easier to offload. All right, easier to offload long term, where gold is a lot harder to offload because of the price difference. So the way I look at it is things like the 3-pack blister or the sleeve blisters, those are your silver pieces throughout the Pokemon card market, and the booster boxes, the cases of ETBs or Pokemon Center ETBs, bigger ticket items, those are going to be your gold ticket items. A little bit harder to offload in the future if you need or want to. So think about that as far as how you're going to invest. When you get down to it, $21 here for 6 packs is going to be a little bit higher than going into that booster box price. When you go price per pack, you do have the added benefit of a promo. Thinking of Evolving Skies, that Umbreon promo is definitely standing out as a better 3-pack blister than the other. Can't even remember who was on it now. See, that's how popular the Umbreon is. So just all things to consider. Depending on where your investment lines up and how you're going to be spending your collection dollars, whether it's to open it, these are great prices for opening, or if it's going to be long-term ceiling, you're buying at what I would say is the bottom or close to it. We have seen booster boxes dip down to, you know, 80, in rare cases, close to that $70 mark, but really rare. I think the Scarlet and Violet base did that for a brief time. I think it got down to like $73. So things to think about. If you're looking for bundling deals here and picking up some stuff that's a little bit older behind us, you have 40% off at GameStop. It's not often that they're throwing out a lot of great deals, but 40% off on a second item, okay? So it's buy one, get one 40% off. It's not hard to do the calculation. 40% off of the 100 would be 60% remaining. So what you could do is take the price of the item you're wanting. Say you want to get 2 of the Crown Zenith ETBs and you don't have the pro membership, okay? So we're at $50. $50 times 1 ETB and then 0.6 of a second ETB, all right? So this would be your total of $80 for the 2 of them, putting them at a fully $40 each. Now you got to consider there's tax on these, and I think you get free shipping after like $35, $40, something like that. So double check that and see what's going on. But it's not a bad thing to do there. You can do this with all of them here. We have $45 on Twilight Masquerade, which is a little bit steep for Twilight Masquerade. I've been finding these things in the $35 range right now. But for argument's sake, we're going to do a 1.6 to pick up 2. It's at $72 for the pair, all right? You can divide that out by 2 and you're at $36 each. So that's a good little quick calculation, just 1.6 to find out what 2 of anything would cost you. Now, consider this. You want to get 1 ETB of Crown Zenith and 1 of Twilight Masquerade. They're going to give 40% off on the lesser product price. So $50 here, and then you're going to get 40% off that $45. It's on just about everything. I would be a little bit careful about things like this where styles may vary. Very important words there, because sure, you would love to get the Charizard, but if you don't, you're going to be kind of like, oh, was that worth it? Probably not quite what you were looking for. So just, you know, be vigilant, pay attention, look at what you're doing. Always a good idea here. $30 there, okay? And then you do the added 40% off on a secondary one. That's cool. Don't do this. $400 and then 40% off for the other one. Yeah, sure. The second one was decent, but that'd be crazy. Notice some of them do not have it, okay? Pay attention to that labeling, and the reason for that is they're not out yet. Okay, these are packs that are not out or sets that are not out. Here you have Stellar Crown. Pre-order items will not be qualified for this 40% off deal. Something to think about. Another one here, Zulu's Board Game Cafe. They have quite a few different things out there. One thing I like about them is they do a lot of different bundles. They bundle things together so that we can get a better deal. Now, I'm beyond Scarlet and Violet. I'm not picking up anything else, even for my sealed collection. I've put as much as I think is I'm willing to into that, especially at current prices. I just don't think the singles are going to be the biggest growth over a long period of time, but they may hold up. We saw with Sword and Shield base that really took a jump up. I think we're sitting at $300 for the booster box, so there's potential for sure. But I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket, and I'm definitely not putting in a base of a particular era basket at this time. So you can get a bundle here. There's some good deals there. This is going to be 4 ETBs total if you do that for 140. So that comes out to $35 in ETB. Again, double check on shipping and taxes. I think they're pretty reasonable about the shipping, that you get to $100 and then it's free shipping, something like that. Don't quote me on that. I could be incorrect. Single tin. You got your price there. Set of 4. I love that they'll break it out and give you the set of 4, or you could do a case of the 8. All right. Often it'll work out to being the same price all around, but sometimes they will have it be a little bit more discounted, maybe $1 a tin if you do a set of 4, and maybe $1.50 a tin if you're doing a set of 8. So keep an eye on that. There's some really cool stuff. The bundles for Shrouded Fable are actually looking pretty decent price-wise. A lot of good stuff on here. No particular specific discounts to point out on this site, but good to call it to your attention. And I think another thing is, you have those questions often. Where do you get this? Where do you get this? Where do you get this? Because most of us don't know about these places, and it takes some research, and it's hard to know if it's even safe. You know, are you going to get taken for a ride? Are you going to get cheated? Are these sites okay? So I've purchased from all these sites. Everything I'm showing you today, I've purchased from them at some point in the past, and I've never felt the urge that I've gotten burned in any way. A+ Collectibles, another good one. They do have a fee on here called their A+ guarantee. When I was first introduced to them, they did not have that fee, but they had the guarantee. And the guarantee was they would make sure everything is verified and, you know, real legit product. They'd wrap it nice and ship it well and everything. That's all well and good. But now they charge you for this service of putting things in tissue paper and sending it out. So I try to consider, what is that little guarantee fee getting me, and then what is that cost breakdown in packs or sealed product and how it works out. So you know, do the math. It's really not that hard to work it out, and you're going to see some great deals. You know, Shrouded Fable loose packs, I've bought loose packs on them before. They're not weighed, they're not sorted. I swear to goodness, they break down ETBs and they sell the loose packs and then they sell the extras separately, and it's so much cheaper for them to ship, and that's why they found that to be useful. So I've never had a problem with loose packs from them. That's always a really skeptical area to be when you're buying loose packs, but I've never once had an issue where I felt like, you know, something was off. A lot of the Paldea, not Paldea Evolved. Whoa, what is it? Paldean Fates. Brain fart there. Paldean Fates. Got them in a really great deal. I think they had 99-cent packs, and you could get 12 or something. So I did that, and then they went to $1.99, and you could get 8 of them. So I did that. So I was able to get them really, really inexpensively by looking out for these deals. I think these Shrouded Fable ones, my gosh, my earbuds are just falling all over the place here today. My ears are getting too small or something. I don't know what's going on. The Shrouded Fable ones, 99 cents. I think there's a limit of like 5 packs or something per purchase, and you have a minimum of, you know, $99 to get free shipping. So just little things like that, you can add it to your cart to get you closer to that free shipping. Look out for things like their A+ guarantee. If there's gonna be tax, you gotta account for all that, or if you're gonna be paying the shipping, account for that. $35 for an ETB of a new set coming out, which I think a lot of people are passing on, and there's a handful of really nice cards in there. So this would be a really good one to keep an eye on for singles and looking at good price there. But if you want the sealed, there's some good stuff here. They've been pushing a little bit more onto some Japanese product here. $80 for the booster box of 151. I like to see this, but it worries me a little bit because I've never seen it anywhere else here. Japanese Terrestrial Festival high class booster box. It's already being put out there for $90 to start. Probably okay. I don't think this is going to be the next Evolving Skies. I really don't. I think it's going to be good, but I don't think we're going to see this as the next Evolving Skies once it comes here to English. I don't think it's going to be an EV Heroes comparison. I just don't think it's going to have that same cachet when you get further down the road. I think the Terra cards, the crowns, it's just going to throw everybody a little bit off that it's not the same. It's not those VMAX, you know, alt arts. It's not those V alt arts. It's going to be a little different feel, and I don't think it's going to hold up the same way. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but I don't think that's going to be the set of this era that's going to be the one that takes it to the top. The Glory of Team Rocket. very early to be looking at this. Guaranteed allocation, so it must be real, right? I think all the rumors are true, and I think it's reasonable to say that all the rumors are true by now. $3.99 looks like per booster pack here, so probably not too bad for an early pickup if you want to lock that in now. But also, remember, Pokemon Company is smart. They want to make money. They are printing this stuff into oblivion. Pay attention, sure, for good prices and everything, but don't FOMO and jump so early that you're spending it like crazy at $3.99 per pack when you can end up getting booster boxes where they come out to, you know, $2.80 a pack, you know, like, so just think it through a little bit. Stay vigilant. That's the thing, you know, these are companies, they are trying to make money, and I'm all for it, and we like the opportunity to have a better price, so there's some give and take, but just be realistic about what's necessary for you. I mean, look, $2.99 on single booster packs here, okay? So do you really need to jump in at $3.99 because you want to get it locked in this early? Just give it time. All things heal with time, and even the prices in the market, you know, pay attention. Yeah, you can't go back and get all those great alt arts from Sword and Shield easily. All right, you can't easily do that, but if you're here when it's coming out, you can set up for success in the long term on that. I've just noticed overall that A+ Collectibles has a pretty reasonable price bracket most of the time. Some things are a little, whoa, where did that come from? But pretty reasonable most of the time. 115, a little too hot on that Stellar Crown booster box. All right, 35 bucks, reasonable. But compare that to over here, where were we at in Rare Candy at 33? Okay, now free shipping, the A+ guarantee fee, and all that stuff. You got to be careful. Pay attention. Those things add up. So the sticker price is not the final price. You want to get to that landed price. All right, you want to get to that landed price. I was lucky enough to pick up two booster boxes of Scarlet and Violet, 151, and landed, meaning taxes, shipping, getting to me, sealed boxes. They're going to be 58 bucks. Two more. So I've shared them in the past, but two more. I'm going to be getting them landed at $58 again. So pretty cool. A lot of good stuff here. So many options out there. This is only a tip of the iceberg of the different sites and places I've gone and purchased in the past. And hopefully it gives you some opportunity to be looking elsewhere other than just those big box stores. Although, you know, GameStop is a big box store considerably in the TCG of Pokemon. So really good that they have a nice deal right now on a lot of different products, and if you have that pro membership, you can sweeten the pot a little bit more. So thanks for stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you like this content, if this kind of stuff is working for you, and also, are you able to get any of these deals? Is it working? Did you find something that was the right fit for you right now? And share your best price and where you're at, because others might want to know. And if you've done a little research, share it with the community. Why not? That's what we're all here for. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.